I hope you are all well. So today's video is going to be a Q&A. I asked you guys to send me loads of questions on my Instagram on this specific picture. Let me show you guys on screen just in case you missed out, so you know next time if you see this picture you send me your questions. So this was the picture I put on Instagram about how long ago? 3 hours ago. So I've given you guys a couple of hours to send me questions, and I have like 500 questions and they're still coming in, which is crazy. Obviously I'm not going to be able to answer all of them, but I'm going to answer as much as I can. I really wanted to do a sitting down video because I haven't done a sitting down talking video in such a long time. I've been doing a lot of makeup videos recently, which I really enjoy, but I think that a lot of you guys want to see more sitting down, more me talking videos, which I completely understand, and I kind of miss them too. So here I am. So while I'm filming, I'm gonna be munching. I'm sorry guys. If you follow me on Periscope, which is Habiba Silva, and Snapchat Habiba Silva also, you'll know I have a huge appetite and I love food so much, and I'm always making everybody hungry because I am always eating. And I've got a Graze box here, and Graze is a great company if you like snacks and you want something on the healthy side. They deliver it straight to your home. You get like a box of different snacks, which by the way you choose. You can go on your account and choose which snacks you prefer and what kind of food you like. Also, after you've finished with your Graze box, you can log into your Graze account and then you can select and rate different snacks so that you know what's going to come to you next, and you know what kind of snacks will come to you next, which I think is just amazing because I won't have a bad surprise. I can choose things I don't like and things that I do like. No artificial colours or flavours and no preservatives, so it's all natural. You're not eating anything horrible. And yeah, I'm about to munch in these, and someone's making noises outside my office, which is brilliant. This is why I love filming on a Sunday, because there's nobody here. I'm going to be munching one of mine. I bought the light box, which has snacks with under 150 calories each, which is, I think is great. And if you follow me on Periscope and Snapchat, you'll know I've started at the gym and I'm trying to watch my waist, so this is helpful. I'm gonna go through the questions while I'm munching, and I'm gonna answer your questions while I'm munching. There's also a link in the description box where you can get a free Graze box, so why not sign up and get a free Graze box? This one is so good.
Oh, what is it?
It's hot crust buns, but it's like different. Like it's got cinnamon honey almonds, sponge pieces, and like when eating it together tastes like a hot crust bun. Yummy. Alright, on to the questions. I'm going to put all the questions on the screen, so I'm not going to mention the names of the people I'm answering the questions for. So you guys will see the question on the screen and all of that good stuff. Okay, so I'm trying to scroll all the way to the top because I want to go in order. Let's begin. What age did you put the hijab on? I started wearing the hijab when I was 10 or 9 years old, around that time. I actually have a hijab story video, so I will link that for you guys in the description box so you guys can check it out, because I feel like this is another reason why I'm doing a Q&A. I feel like a lot of you guys don't really watch my old videos, and I have a lot of new subscribers and you guys always ask me similar questions, so I think this Q&A will cover quite a lot of questions that you guys are asking. So yeah, hijab story video I have in the description box. I started wearing my hijab when I was 10, 9, around that age. Did you ever deal with negativity from family, not necessarily immediate members, and friends when starting YouTube? Okay, negativity from friends and family when starting YouTube. To be honest, my immediate family weren't very comfortable with me doing YouTube to begin with, just because they didn't know too much about it, and they didn't have any experience with it, and they didn't know what I was going into, which is completely understandable, because like if my child was going into something I didn't understand, I would equally be as uncomfortable in a way. But alhamdulillah, I've been doing YouTube for like 2 years now, and my parents are completely supportive of what I do right now, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. How did I deal with it? I just persevered. Like, I feel like if you're passionate about something and people around you don't understand it, the best thing to do is to keep at it and to make them understand while you keep going at it, if that makes any sense. Especially if it's something you're passionate about. I feel like you shouldn't give up anything you're passionate about just because somebody voices their opinion, which they might not know too much about what you're passionate about, so they will only think of it negatively, which can be quite natural. Sometimes you need to consider it, like you need to be a bit considerate towards that matter. But yeah, alhamdulillah, everything's great with what I do. Everybody's comfortable with what I do. My family are like my biggest supporters. My mum has Periscope, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, just to follow me everywhere. How do you manage to keep positive? This is a good question. I feel like having a positive mindset can be so difficult sometimes, especially if you're going through so much stress in your life, in your personal life. And to be honest, I'm not any different to any other human being. Just because I show you guys a happy face all the time, it doesn't mean I'm always happy. I do have the sad days and sad times thinking about certain things in my private life, and when things happen in my private life which I don't put out on the internet, of course. And I feel like the best thing, honestly, I know this is really cliche, but there's a couple of things that really help me to stay focused and to stay positive. Number one, Quran. And I know this is really cliche and people are like, oh, blah blah blah. If you're Muslim, I feel like reading Quran or listening to Quran really calms me down and really makes me not be sad, if that makes any sense. And my favorite surah is Surah Yasin. I always read that when I'm upset, and for some reason, alhamdulillah, every time I read that, something always becomes better. It's really weird. I sometimes even listen to Surah Yasin before going to bed, so that I don't have to wake up upset if I went to sleep upset. So I think that is really helpful. Another thing that really helps is music. If you don't listen to music, then you can refer back to the first choice, but music is something that really makes me happy, and I love music and I love listening to music. So that's another thing that really makes me happy. Filming videos makes me happy, and keeps me positive. The support I get keeps me positive. People around me keep me positive, but I always make sure that I try my best to keep myself positive, because it's not good to rely on other people to be happy, because they won't always be there to make you happy. Do you know what I mean? What kind of hijabs do you recommend for the summer? I really recommend cotton hijabs. I think cotton hijabs are the best for the summer. Anything that's not too big and quite light in consistency, material wise. I feel like they're the best for the summer, because you don't feel like you've got too much on and it doesn't make you too hot, so that's what I would recommend. What's your favorite Nigerian song? At the moment, I think it is One Day Cole, Been Long Since I Saw You. I think that's what it's called. It's got a long title, I'll put it here somewhere. I've been really listening to a lot of One Day Cole's old songs because I really like his music. Where are you from originally? I've said this probably a million and one times. I am half Lebanese and half Brazilian. My dad's Brazilian, my mom's Lebanese. I have an ethnicity tag, which by the way is a really embarrassing video, but I will link it below so you guys can check it out. And let me know if you want me to redo that video, because I feel like I want to delete that video from my channel. What are your experiences with YouTube till yet? Negative and positive. Positive experience is I've met so many amazing people, and I've been able to voice myself and talk about things I like and share my experiences with so many people, and I love the support that I get. I think the negative things is, first of all, networks. I still don't believe in networks. I still don't believe in joining networks. I had a bad experience with a network. I don't recommend any new YouTubers to get involved with networks. They email me all the time. They really annoy me. All they want is my money. I'm not interested. That really annoys me. Another thing from YouTube, I feel like people, to be honest, this is with all social media, I don't think it's YouTube inclusively, but I feel like people think that they have a pedestal to say certain things that they would not say in your face, which is just a typical social media thing that people need to get over. It's actually so good. I can't believe it's a low calorie thing. Yeah, do you want to try it? Yeah.
These almonds are so good.
They're so good, right? Maria agrees. Ooh, golden berries, pineapple and coconut, dried fruit. Yummy. I've never had dried pineapple before.
It's nice.
Is it? Mmm.
It's good.
Yeah. This is nice. I've never had it before. It's actually so nice. It's juicy even. Someone asked, how are you today? Favorite Nigerian foods and meals. Before I talk about the actual meals, I think Nigerian small chops are the best. It's the best food you can ever eat. Gizzard, puff puff, chicken, all of these little things. I love them. Samosas, spring rolls, all these things all together, they're just the best. I prefer, it's like starter food, by the way, guys. It's like little, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just little foods. It's amazing. I love small chops. That's probably one of my favorite Nigerian foods, even though it's not a dish. It's a various, it's a, you know. But as for food, actual food, I do like the Nigerian jollof rice. I love fried rice. I love shrimp sauces with like stews. I love bean stew. I love chicken, the tomato stew. I love a lot of things. I love suya. I love a lot of things, but there are a few things that I don't eat. Can you speak any other languages? I speak Arabic fluently and I speak English fluently. Those are the two languages that I speak very fluently. I do speak a very small amount of Portuguese, which is the Brazilian language. What advice would you give young girls about body image and insecurities? I think this is such a good question, because I feel like in this day and age, younger girls are feeling even more pressured to look a certain way, because there's so many younger girls starting to wear makeup and dressing in a certain way from as early as like 12, 13. Like I've seen 14-year-old girls look like they're 20.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like it was never like that at my age, mate. We looked horrible. I had the ugliest teenage look. Like I was so horribly, well, I wasn't ugly, of course, astaghfirullah, but you know, I was not attractive. But I think my biggest advice, and I know it's really difficult, but I feel like younger girls should be concentrating on their insides, not like your body insides, but your inside more than your outside. I feel like when you concentrate more on who you are and who you want to be and your passions and the things you enjoy doing, I feel like that will make you grow as a person a lot more than thinking about what you look like all the time. Because I know it's difficult, by the way. I was insecure when I was younger. I still have some insecurities. That's completely normal. But I feel like you have to control them. You have to feel like, okay, I have these insecurities, but I accept that I have, you know, that I don't like this or that. Do you know what I mean? I know it is difficult, but I feel like the biggest advice I can give is to concentrate on your passions and anything you enjoy doing, and building yourself as a human being on the inside more than anything, because trust me, that's gonna last. Not your makeup, not your boobs, not your ass. So many marriage questions all the time. I'm just gonna avoid them like a plague. I'm avoiding them.
We need to do a marriage Q&A.
Yeah, I should do a marriage Q&A. Yeah, when I'm not even married. How did you fall in love with Nigerian culture? This is a good question, even though I don't really like talking about this because I feel like I speak about it all the time. But to be honest, it all started about 4 years ago. I started listening to Nigerian music and I really liked it, and then I started to want to know more about Nigerians and stuff. And I made friends with Nigerians. I had people close to me that were Nigerian, and I just fell in love with their culture, even though at the time I thought it was a culture, but now I understand that there's so many different tribes, so many different cultures. But I just love it. And then I visited Nigeria and I fell in love even more, and I visited again and I fell in love even more, and now I'm visiting again, and I don't think I'll ever stop visiting until I actually live there. Maybe, if I do. It's a bit sour, but it's nice.
Interesting.
What is a worldly desire that you want to accomplish and would feel incompetent if you left this world without accomplishing it? That's a really good question. I think I'm gonna go with the typical. I would want children and a family who have been educated in a certain way that they live a very positive and happy life. And I'd want to be successful in anything I'm doing. I want to be able to be the boss of that. Maria's just looking at me in the corner like, do I actually work with this girl?
It's so weird watching you film.
Exactly, I find it weird when you're saying that. Anyway.
I feel like I'm watching someone shower or something. It feels so private. For the year.
Can you speak Hausa language? If yes, speak on Peri. well, this is YouTube, not Periscope. But do I speak Hausa? No, I don't speak Hausa. I do understand a couple words and I do know a couple words, but I don't speak the language fully. I would love to learn the language because I think it's such a beautiful language and it's very close to Arabic, but I don't speak the language. Someone asked what... Wow, I just closed my screen. Brilliant. What's your opinion on cultural appropriation? This is a really good question because I get accused of cultural appropriation all the time. The definition to me is when somebody tries to erase their own culture as well. They erase their own culture and pretend that there's someone else's culture without crediting the culture, without being passionate towards the people, without crediting the region or whatever, the people, the country, whatever. A lot of people accuse me of cultural appropriation. Now, first of all, I'm half Lebanese and half Brazilian. I love my cultures, even though I'm not that close to my Brazilian culture simply because of the way I was brought up. I was brought up more around the Arab culture, and I love being Lebanese and I love my culture, and I don't identify as another culture. I appreciate other cultures, specifically the Nigerian culture, which you guys have all noticed and recognized by now. I don't need to... It's obvious. So yeah, I appreciate other cultures, but I do not culturally appropriate. Appropriate, is that the word? I feel like a lot of people like to use that term to bash other people for appreciation, just because maybe jealousy, maybe just inward anger that they just want to let out and stuff like that. I feel like people need to calm down. The only thing I have is appreciation, and I don't wish to be another culture. I don't wish to be another race. I don't wish to be anything like that. Do you understand? Social media has become a craze. People are obsessing with their follower count. A lot of people in the industry have big egos. What do you do to maintain a humble character, and what's your view on all of that? Well, this is a good question. Personally, I don't know, maybe I just don't involve with myself with a lot of people on the internet, like with big following. But I don't see it, like I don't see it really. I think there are some people out there who have a big following who are a little bit arrogant when you meet them, and I feel like that's mainly because they became famous or popular so quickly that it kind of gets to them and it makes them feel like they need to act a certain way, which I completely understand sometimes, because sometimes we react to certain things differently. Different human beings react to certain things differently. For some people, they start to get really protective, and that's what makes them seem arrogant. Personally, I don't know how to class myself. Am I humble? I feel like the best way to stay grounded is just to remember that you're a human being just like anyone else. You're not any different than anyone else. The only different thing is that you work differently. You work on the internet. That's pretty much it. Which ethnicities are you mistaken for? Boy, I'm mistaken for every ethnicity you can imagine. Anything. I'm mistaken for Egyptian, Algerian, Turkish, Moroccan, Tunisian, Syrian, all the Arab countries basically. Literally all the Arab countries. I've even been mistaken for Nigerian in Nigeria, because there are some mixed Nigerians and whatever. I've been mistaken for Mexican, Spanish. I've been mistaken for Pakistani, Indian, Bengali. Well, basically everywhere around the world, guys, except for white, of course. Family or career? Hard question, although a lot of women now say that it's possible to conquer them both. I believe that a woman in this case has to choose which one she prefers, and inevitably the other one will be negatively affected by her choice. Family or career? I'm guessing when you're saying family, you mean like children in your own family, not like your parents and whatever. I don't know. I personally don't think my own career will interfere with my family, but I definitely won't be working as much as I do when I'm single. But I definitely feel like I can still work with what I do because it's so flexible, and have children and be married. So I think I would handle both. I don't think I can ever give up my career for children. I personally can't. I don't know, maybe because I was brought up in the UK and I can't see myself sitting at home 24/7. I would actually be depressed. I honestly would. Okay, last question, I promise you. Hope you're well. My question is, what's your all-time favorite outfit or look? My all-time favorite outfit would be, right now, a maxi skirt, like a pencil skirt that's probably a neutral beigey color, and a blouse that's maybe like a dark deep green, and then a nude scarf and white sandals or nude sandals or camel tone sandals. And the makeup is always a winged liner, a little bit of mascara, a bit of bronzer and a bit of concealer, and I'm good to go. That's my favorite look for every day and just chilling days. I don't always wear this much makeup, it's just when I'm filming. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check the link in my bio for the discount on the Grays box. You can get a free Grays box, and make sure you check them out because they're really cool. And don't forget to subscribe and like my video and comment below what other videos you'd like to see, and follow me on Instagram, social media, everywhere, Twitter, everything basically. And I also want you guys to follow this Instagram account. It's Meha, which is part of the event that I'm doing very soon, and I'm going to do a video all about it. So make sure you follow them on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!